The Untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing games were missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. This is, guys, the immediate, instant aftermath, the instant reaction to the whole Saudi card today. Itauma does a demolition job on Dillian Whyte, or what's left of Dillian Whyte, in one round. You had Nick Ball won a very close fight, fun fight against Sam Goodman to retain the WBA title. You had Filip Hrgovic win a fight that almost went wrong for him. You know, they had the round of the year in round 8. Hayato Tsutsumi continues to get closer and closer to a world title. And Raymond Ford beats, Abraham Nova. So that's pretty much the card. We're going to go fight by fight. Listen, there's 8 of you guys here. Make sure you guys do me a favor. Smash that like button so this video gets pushed out to as many people as humanly possible. As you guys can see, I know our last couple of days I've been live for 2 hours, 3 hours, and I know you guys get tired of seeing this face sometimes. You guys get tired of hearing me. You say, you know what, BT, where's the A side? Where's the real star? Where's the real main event? Where's Pops? Well, listen, Pops is here. You watched the whole card with me, and he's gonna give his thoughts too. So if y'all got any questions for Pops, if y'all got any thoughts, you make sure you go down and you definitely share them and definitely hit the like button, subscribe, super chat, all that good stuff. Now, I'm gonna let some people come out. I'm gonna give it a couple minutes, but before I really get into like the meat and potatoes of the whole card, I'm gonna give it like 3 or 4 minutes. Let people get here, let people find a link, let YouTube push this out there. But what did you guys think? I'll read some comments while I'll sit here and I wait for us to give our thoughts. What did you guys think? What was the standout fight in the card? Is Itauma? Do you feel he's the next great heavyweight? Did Nick Ball convince you that he's the best featherweight in the world today? Do you think he got a gift? Do you think Sangoman got robbed? How does he do against Inoue? What did you guys make of Raymond Ford? Is Raymond Ford the best 130 pounder in the world? How do you think Filip Hrgovic fares against the likes of Joseph Parker or Moses or Anthony Joshua? Leave all that down below. Let me see.
For sure.
Let me see. We got my man Rafael Cabo on the bit. Good to see Rafael. He said he's sharing this. T. Heyman said that it was an early stoppage. He feels like the Dillian Whyte stoppage was early. Inoue will destroy Nick Ball. There's nothing impressive from Moses Itauma. So some of you guys are still not convinced, which is okay.
I'm the same way.
You should be skeptical. I think it's healthy to maintain skepticism, but we'll get to that here in a second. I'm just letting people come in here.
Right.
Listen, guys, don't be stingy. It's the fourth. I always get people ask me. They say, BT, how come you don't go live? BT, we haven't seen you in a while. This the 4th day in a row, and I got 30 people here, and I got 6 likes. Come on, run it up. Smash that like button.
You got a full plate of food, boxing food. The last couple of days.
Went to bed at 7 in the morning because I was watching these little cards last night. So definitely smash that like button. But I think we got enough people here, so we'll start. We'll get into it now. So we'll start with the main event. Moses Itauma, Dillian Whyte. Before I give my thoughts on Moses Itauma and Dillian Whyte, I'll swing it over to Pops. Pops, what do you make of Moses Itauma and Dillian Whyte? People are saying that Moses Itauma is the next great heavyweight. They're saying he's the next Mike Tyson. What do you take from this fight?
First of all, shout out to him. He's young and everything. He ain't no Mike Tyson. I'll tell you that straight up. He ain't no Mike Tyson. There's a difference between American fucking boxing and British heavyweight. Mike Tyson was a motherfucking pit bull in there at 20, 22 years old. He would just take you and swallow you.
Moses is 20?
No. Moses' style is nice. He's this and that. I've been telling you since I known him. He does not do anything for me. He does not impress me at all.
The hand speed, the power.
None of that shit.
He's finishing these guys. He's chucking them in the bin. Like,
what level are they? He just bought a 37 Social Security American retired sniper who was good at one. British. Oh yeah, sniper, a British that was good at one time. In Dillian Whyte. Then he fought. Like you told me, he does not impress me. Congratulations. Take your opportunity, young man, young buck. Get that money while you can right now, while you can sell your whatever you want to call it, artificial, fake, whatever you are, whatever it's going to be made of. You do not impress me enough to say you're this caliber of a fighter.
Because of the opposition?
No, 1 and 2, I don't think, I don't see it. I don't.
You don't see it? You don't see the speed and the power and the way he's chucking these dudes in the bin?
No, what level has he fought? What level fight has he fought?
The two best opponents he fought was this opponent, right? Dillian Whyte. But the previous opponent, he fought Dennis McKean. Dennis McKean took Filip Hrgovic 12 rounds. I know you think highly of Hrgovic. He took Hrgovic 12 rounds. Hrgovic knocked McKean out in the 12th round, and Moses got him out of there in 1.
For me,
and he's not old. Dennis McKean's not old.
For me, the verdict is still out. I'm not gonna say he's this big, beautiful heavyweight because he can knock out guys. He just, to me, he's not that it factor yet. And and people always say, Pops, you always irritate, you always irritable, you don't like nobody, you're hating everybody, now you're hitting on this young kid, he's knocking out guys.
Why you hating, man?
I like the guy. I'm glad. I said.
You're not glad.
I said at the beginning.
Stay over there on that side.
Go ahead and get your buck, get your money, whatever. But please, don't hype this guy up. I don't think he's been tested yet. When he fights, I'll tell you what. When he fights Parker,
who's the other fight?
When he fights Parker or Usyk.
What about Caballero?
And then we'll see.
What about Caballero?
We'll give him a good fight. We'll give him a good fight, but I don't know what's gonna happen there. But
Hrgovic, a lot of the chat saying Hrgovic.
Hrgovic had a great fight today. That's another topic we'll talk about. I don't know what's gonna happen there. I'm not gonna say that this guy might be fit. The only thing that I see that he will beat Hrgovic in will be his quickness, his speed, and him being young and being more aggressive. Hrgovic, his punches are very slow and look methodical by the time he gets in there. But I think this guy will come in there and go for the kill. He tried like he did with the sniper. So that will be a problem with Hrgovic. He's gonna have to figure that out himself. But as far as making Itauma the man of the universe,
the next Mike Tyson,
no.
How about Itauma versus AJ? Would you give him credit for that fight, or is AJ too old?
We have to go see. We have to see it.
What I'm saying is if he fights AJ, and let's say he does him in a round or two, are you gonna say AJ's too old too, or would you give him credit for fighting AJ?
AJ's muscular, he's older, he's gonna get tired. This guy's gonna come in there, use his speed, and we've seen AJ before get tired. Some fights and come back and fight before he's a little older. I want to see him against Parker. My verdict is out on him against Parker, and then Usyk. When I see him go against those guys, then you can tell me whatever you want. So all that crap you telling me about
Parker. Give me an order. You got Parker, you got Hrgovic, and then you got Caballero. 1 to 3. Which one you want? From 1 to 3, which one you want to see the most?
Well, Parker.
Parker 1.
Parker is a man in the heavyweight right now. I don't care. He's fought everybody, done everybody. That's the man. If you can go in there and dethrone that man and beat him down to a pole, and I can watch like I watch it today,
then he can
I will give you that. A U6 is another thing. I will give you that. But until then, the verdict's still out.
What about Big Bang Zhang?
The verdict's still out. Big Bang Yang is strong. He's thick like a cement block.
No stamina.
He got no stamina, but he's young. Like I say, the best thing this guy got for himself right now is his youth, his speed, and his strength. That strength he got right now is like motherfucking dynamite. So I gotta give him that much. I don't even know what happened in that fight. Brandon was telling me before the fight. Brandon was telling me, Dad, don't be surprised if
this is going very short.
This is going very short, or the sniper's gonna drop, or whatever, and this and that. Man, I ain't blinked myself twice. I was talking to my daughter. I'm like, holy crap, it's over.
That's it.
It's over. But I've seen some highlights from Itauma, or what is it, Itauma?
Moses.
Moses. I'm happy for him. I'm happy for what he's got to get done. But for me, he does not strike me as the big it factor in heavyweight now or in the future. I'll tell you just like that. I gotta see more.
Okay.
I gotta see more or him fighting upper launch fighters for me to put him there. But while he's there, young buck, take all the opportunity you got, because it only comes one time around.
So I'll say this. I knew what the opponent was. You know, Dillian Whyte is past his prime, way past his prime. Mm-hmm. And even in his prime, Dillian Whyte never had no legs. Like, he never had legs even when he was in his prime at his best. Every time he's been knocked out, it's been within 6 rounds or less. So I knew if he was gonna get knocked out, it was gonna be very, very short.
It's crazy you said that, because I guess the trainer was telling him throughout the fight, watch his legs.
Watch his legs.
And after the fight, the first thing that Moses came out and said was, I started doing my trainer to watch his leg, and I see how he was doing it. My trainer was right. Good night, Irene. I'll see you next week.
That's it. So yeah, I'm not shocked that it went down that way. I think, you know, you can't really make much of the opposition that he's fought thus far, mostly Itauma, but he's doing what he needs to do.
Yep.
And he's doing it in sensational fashion. That's why we're sitting here and we're talking about. That's why he's the main event, because he's fighting like a main event fighter. I think, you know, what you can give Moses credit for is what we can clearly see: his speed, his power, his ability to finish, the way he sets up these shots. You know, he likes to feint. He likes to probe with that jab. He's very, very well schooled. So you can clearly see the talent is there. But I'm still skeptical too. Like, I want to see Moses be in a fight where somebody goes rounds in him, and I want to see when he gets punched in the face. When he fights someone that punches him back, I want to see how he reacts.
Do you think he'll tear up Dubois? Go up at 28, 35? How's Dubois? Late 20s?
Dubois in his 20s, yeah.
Okay, so Dubois still pretty strong. Yeah, he got his ass beat, whatever the case may be, but I would love to see like a Dubois as that one. I would say that people call it a tune-up, or whatever you want to call it, a tune-up. But I really would like that fight, Dubois versus whatever his name is, Itauma. I don't know much about him. I'm not really a big thrill seeker of Ben Davison.
You know what's funny? I'm gonna cut you off. My boy, Mr. Flash, he gets to the same thing. He said Moses is talented, but I still don't trust Ben Davison as a coach. We've seen what he did to Fury, AJ, Josh Taylor. When Moses fights anyone near his level, shit is going to go south.
Yeah,
because of Ben Davison.
I mean, the last fight, I think one time when Fury was fighting, he was telling him something about his chin or some shit. He was telling him that had nothing to do with the fucking fight. Some trainers click with each other, some don't. The young buck is excited. People are behind him. Fish Eyes has definitely got his eyes wide open like a shark for what he's got there. He's got talented guy, but to me, the verdict is still out. Is this a bad MFO of the heavyweight? No, I can't tell you. I can't tell you that yet.
I think he's very good. I'll tell you this.
Don't impress me.
He does impress me because.
But you're just seeing a young guy with.
He's packing everyone up.
Right, but what level are they? He's packing them up. I can go get a gumball machine, pick up all the gumball machines and pack them all up myself. And hey, I'm great. What I'm saying to you is,
a lot of you guys are saying that Moses will stop Filip Hrgovic, and he might because Filip Hrgovic, he's he almost got stopped today by David Adelaide. He won the fight. But I'll tell you this, Hrgovic might have the best chin in the heavyweight division. So if he actually was to stop Filip Hrgovic, would you then give him some credit if he stopped Hrgovic?
I would say like this, Hrgovic today took a pounding in one of the rounds. It was like 10 straight fucking...
8 rounds, round 8.
8 rounds. He was getting pounded the fuck on by, what's the name?
David Adelaide.
Adelaide. And he held, I don't know how he held on. I'm not saying that Itauma got more power than Adelaide or vice versa. I'm just saying... from what people are saying, and I didn't really see that tonight anyways, but they say when Itauma Moses attacks you, he's going for the kill.
Yeah, he's not here to play games with you.
So if I'll say it like this, if Hrgovic stays in there, doesn't move his head, and stay there and get punched a couple of times,
he's gonna pull straight out. That's what he does.
It might be the electrician putting the lights out for good. I'm telling you that right now on Hrgovic. I'll say it like that. But we have to see the fight to see how it's gonna pan out.
If he stopped him, that'd be a big statement because Hrgovic probably got the best.
Oh, he's an Olympic. Hrgovic is an Olympic.
Bronze medalist. He's got a good resume. He got a good
what's it, left jab? He got
and today like the cuts. He cuts real easy.
He cuts real easy.
David Adelaide barely touched him with a jab, and he was cutting round 2.
A lot of fighters get that. You got that tissue underneath, soft tissue underneath your eyes that if you tap, I just tap you're gonna bleed to death or whatever. It's just the way it is. But Hrgovic he looked good today to get that win. But I think Itauma, with his fast, his quickness, because I'll tell you one thing that Hrgovic does not have foot speed.
Nope.
Doesn't know how to fight that much well on the back foot when a young guy comes to put pressure on you, and the angles. So that right there.
He's obviously a big 6'7" guy, but he's not like an elite world class puncher. He's just very accurate.
If he comes in there like those Fred Flintstone punches I always say, and I like him a lot. But if he comes in there like that, and Moses catches him on one, and comes for another one, it could be good night. It could be good night for him. But then we'll go back to what we just said. We tracked. He got punched like 10, 20 times.
By Adelaide.
I mean, he was getting beat down. I don't know how he just stood there and took those punches and still. Well, I thought the fight was gonna get stopped. To be honest with you.
That's what I was telling my dad. Cause you guys know I'm the president of the American Filip Hrgovic fan club. That's my guy. I love Filip Hrgovic. I have had in the past, and I still do hold a little bit of hope that Hrgovic can still fulfill what I always thought he was all those years ago. But what I'll say is this, man. I've been slowly selling my Hrgovic stocks over the years. But I will say in this fight with Adelaide, and I want to talk briefly about the Hrgovic Adelaide fight. I was encouraged, even though he almost got stopped in the 8th round. I was encouraged, and the reason I was encouraged is because my main gripe with Hrgovic is that his stamina is been piss poor for the duration of his career. And the reason I feel it's been bad for the duration of his career is because he overtrained himself in the gym. That's what I believe.
And another thing you always say is that, and it's true what you say, he never turns his head. He keeps his head right there.
When he throws punches when he throws punches, he's pulled straight back, and he's very tall, so he makes himself a big target. That's why he gets caught. But The reason why I don't write him off is because I don't think his best skill set is his power or even his boxing skills. It's nothing physical. I think his best skill set is up here, and it's right here. I think, and right here his chin. I think his heart, and I think he might be the toughest guy in the heavyweight division because he's been hit by some murderous punchers, and he doesn't like he gets cut. He keeps going. His dad dies. He keeps going. Like the guy's resilience is top notch.
Yes, it's like he was saying throughout the fight. His biggest thing is he's going to keep coming forward. He's going to keep pressuring you, and he will take those punches. And I mean, like I thought, and Adelaide was a big guy. Like I didn't believe what you said.
I was telling you, I said, yo,
if he
gets caught on the left hook, it's gonna be curtains for him.
It'd be good. It was like a sledgehammer the way Adelaide was hitting, and I said, oh man, Brendan's right. If he gets hit, that's it. But that being said, he still got that fighter's chance because of his chin, and because of his heart and his mind that he can go in there.
And his deep amateur pedigree, so he
Right.
knows how to win.
I mean, don't get me wrong. He caught Adelaide with a beautiful right. When he knocked him down.
Yeah, so he stayed very consistent. Like that's one thing I liked about him was that his work rate was a little bit better. Was better in this fight than it's probably been, in my opinion, his entire career. He maintained a good work rate. His power carried it to like the 8th round. Hrgovic hasn't really had too many fights where you've seen him drop a guy that deep into a fight. So it was actually good to see him drop a guy like Adelaide in the 8th round.
And he's not. The biggest thing I would say with him, he's gonna have to use that jab when he fights young fighters like Moses or like somebody like that type to keep him at a distance and keep him at bay the whole time. Don't let him come in one time and catch you, because if he catches you, it's gonna be a shark in the water. You got a family to feed. You got a shark in the water. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Shout out to everybody. I'm gonna read a couple comments. Shout out to my guy Breaking Bad Box. He said I could listen to the OG talk fights all day. Yeah, my dad knows how to get the people fired up.
Oh, yeah,
Moses is too explosive for Hrgovic. He will get stopped. That's what my boy QT says.
Yeah.
Very possible.
Mm-hmm.
What about Deontay Wilder versus Moses Itauma?
And I'll be honest with that. I will ride with Moses. You know why? Because Moses got foot speed, like I told you. He got athleticism, whatever it's called.
Athleticism.
A lot. And I know Wilder's got the hammer, the right hand, but I just think this guy, when he catches you, like when I see him today, I didn't see much, but also when he catches you, he's not wasting any time. He's coming for you and go for it. So you'd have to be pretty smart to get Wilder. And Wilder, to me, the last fight really didn't impress me. He did good. He won, whatever, blah, 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 blah. But he's older. I think his time is up to my own opinion. He's a good name to have on your resume. But right now, it's according to the British and everybody, it's Moses' time.
Okay. Yeah, my boy TCP says that Ajit Caballel is the wild card. I don't know how good he is. Now look, we know Caballel is good. He beat Makhmudov, right? And then who I'm blanking out. He beat Arsenbek Makhmudov, and then and Frank Sanchez. He beat Makhmudov and he beat Frank Sanchez. Two high-risk Laurie Ward guys that had some standing in the heavyweight division. Beat them a body shot, but those guys are not like Parker. They're not Hrgovic. They're not on that caliber. So I think you're right. I think the jury's out on how good he is. I think that fight right there, Moses, he might ruin that one too.
Do you think? I'm just throwing something crazy. I know what you guys are gonna say. Probably this guy sucks or whatever. How about Torres versus Moses?
I'm they're not gonna
because he's a small heavyweight.
Yeah, he's small.
Moses is a small heavyweight.
Torres and Moses Itauma have the same kind of frame.
Right.
I don't think that's a fight that's being thought
No, I just threw it out there.
But
crazy.
For the future,
it
could be a good fight. I think maybe Richard Torres' work rate, maybe can give him some problems. Because Richard Torres is explosive. I mean, he's
different style.
Different style.
Yeah.
I don't know. Right now, obviously, I'll probably say Moses. Moses is more advanced than Richard Torres.
Well, they're gonna say that because Moses got the more knockouts, the more exciting. They're gonna favor Moses over Torres, but you can't discourage Torres. Torres is an Olympic medalist or whatever he is, gold medalist, whatever. And I think that because of the frame, because of the size, I think it'll be a pretty good fight. Both of them guys. I would have to see the fight to see how it goes. They're both young guys in their 20s. Yeah.
Moses versus Fraser Clark. I don't know if I don't really want to see that. Fraser Clark has a very amateur style. He'll get done up by Moses pretty quickly. Listen. The good thing about Moses is that he's so young that you could actually do that fight. You could do him versus Frazier Clark. You could do him against David Adelaide, and nobody would actually bat an eye because he's that damn young. You know, but he's also so advanced that he's ranked number 2 in the WBO. Or number 1 in the WBO, so you could match him up with the elites of the division. So there's plenty of guys. Somebody mentioned him versus Andy Ruiz.
No,
but no.
I mean, he'll win. I think he would beat this.
What about him versus
out of shape
Jarrell Miller?
Big baby, he would have to pound the shit out of him, but I think he'd beat him.
Okay. Shout out to Mr. Flash. He says, American heavyweight to look out for is Joshua Edwards. Support him, y'all. I like Joshua Edwards. I know Joshua Edwards. I've interviewed Joshua Edwards on this channel. I had videos from 3 years ago about Joshua Edwards. I like Joshua Edwards. I think, you know, we might get a sort of USA versus America British heavyweight revival because if Torres and Edwards actually become anything at the top level, maybe the big fight isn't any of these fights that we're talking about now. Maybe the big fight becomes Mosley Itauma versus Joshua Edwards, Mosley Itauma versus Richard Torres Jr. It's a very big possibility. We'll never know. But I don't know, man. I gotta be a bit like cynical here for a second because, man, American heavyweight boxing has sucked for like the last 20 plus years. So it's like outside of Deontay Wilder, and I know a lot of you guys are probably gonna say, well, Deontay Wilder beat a bunch of bums, but he's the only American heavyweight that's been worth a damn over the last decade. So
I thought the guy that was gonna be the next American heavyweight was the guy that just turned out a heavyweight fight he doesn't like boxing. He likes rap and music there with the dog.
Charles Martin?
Not Charles Martin. He's younger.
Oh, Jared Anderson.
Yeah, Jared.
The last American heavyweight hope.
I thought he was gonna be the one coming out there doing stuff.
I didn't think that. I never believed in Jared.
You never believed?
Never believed in Jared Anderson.
Never gave you no idea.
Never.
See,
Never. I talked about him because people would.
He had the charisma.
He was talented.
He had power.
He was talented.
They talked his shit.
He was talented. Never, not for a second, did I believe that. Did I drink any of the top ranked Kool-Aid? Never.
No.
Never. Jared Anderson literally tweeted me because I said on Twitter one time that I don't believe, and I thought, you know, I had some choice words about Jared Anderson.
Yeah, but he did.
He didn't like it.
He did look good. Like he sold me more than.
Yeah, he was fighting dudes from Bosnia and places where they don't even got boxing.
Yes, what are you talking about?
He fighting. Yeah, come on, man.
Yeah.
The NFL stole the American heavyweights. They did. The NFL players are playing for the Dallas Cowboys. The American heavyweight contenders are playing for the Dallas Cowboys and the Miami Dolphins and the Carolina Panthers and the New England Patriots and the Raiders. You know, I remember when they used to call Jared Anderson the next Riddick Bowe, and I'm like, you guys are out of your fucking mind. Shut up! I used to tell people, yo, shut up. He's not close to Riddick Bowe.
Just like he got shocked, and that was it. He got hit one time too many in the head, and he lost everything.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. He doesn't love boxing. When he said remember when he said I don't want to be a champion. I just want to make a lot of money.
Yeah.
And then he said I'm not gonna be what you want me to be. I'm gonna be who I am.
Yeah. That's where he's at now.
That's where he's at now. Anyway, Pops, there's a lot of other fights in the card we didn't get to. Let's talk about the co-main event because you had Nick the Wrecking Ball. I know you're a big fan of him. WBA champion taking on Sam Goodman. Now, for those of you who follow me on Twitter, and if you don't follow me on Twitter, I don't know what you're doing with your life. Follow me on Twitter at True School Sports. But
when you scored,
I thought the wrong guy got the. I'm not gonna go out here and start crying and bitching and moaning and saying that the wrong guy got the nod or call it a robbery. But I thought the wrong guy got the nod. I scored at 115-113 for Sam Goodman. I thought Sam Goodman was the sharper fighter. I thought a lot of the punches that the commentators were going crazy over, most of them weren't landing. I thought Sam Goodman was down the stretch of the fight, landing the more concussive punches, especially to the body. Sam Goodman's left hook to the body was money the entire fight. I thought he was the ring general for enough rounds in this fight to find 7. Find 7 rounds. I thought he won the fight.
I had either a draw,
but it was close. It could have been a draw. Could have been a point for ball. But it was so close that each guy didn't really separate, in my opinion, didn't separate each other far enough to really make a definitive decision on who really won the fight. I will say one point that you brought out that I don't like, but it happens in boxing all the time, that Ball was fighting a guy that was coming up. Or was Ball, I mean, Goodman's a 22-pounder.
Whatever he was, Brennan was telling that he fought like people in lesser weights. But that happens in boxing all the time. Only the people that don't know are the fans that don't really
casual fans.
Don't pay attention to that. So I want to see now what Ball's gonna do. Is he gonna get the big?
We
fight?
all know
Is
what
he
he's gonna do.
this? Is he gonna fight this guy? Is he gonna fight what the case may be?
Well, look, he just beat the guy that pulled out of the Inoue fight twice, and we know that Inoue is supposed to fight Merge on September. If Inoue is successful, against Merge on, then they floated around the idea of fighting Nick Ball at featherweight, but then they've also mentioned David Picasso. Now, I don't want to see any of them fights. Listen, if it was up to me, if good old BT was the commissioner of boxing, we wouldn't even get a fight in December for Inoue. He would sit out until Junto. I'd rather just sit out until the Junto fight because the fights are pointless to me.
One point I will say is that I noticed about Ball, he couldn't handle fighters that have full speed and angles, turn right away. And if that, let's say, if Angelo ever moved up or whatever the case may be,
What? In the same weight class.
Okay, fight Ball. Okay, fight Ball. Right, fight Ball. I think Ball will get mortalized because because the Angelo, the way he uses angles, the way
body shots.
He could barely handle the ones that Goodman was throwing. Imagine what that would have happened if he fought him, or even if he fought the Monster, for that matter.
Monster. Okay, so you don't think Nick Ball beats Angelo? You don't think Nick Ball beats the Monster? How about Espinoza? Can he do anything with Espinoza? If they were to fight.
I like Espinoza. He's tall, but he's good. I think he'd be better a puncher and jabber in a combination better than Goodman because he'll stay in the pocket. He will fight consistently and bring it on you, close you in.
He's a different fighter.
Yeah.
I don't know. I listen. I've been telling y'all for the longest time, and some of y'all think I'm just talking out the side of my mouth. I really believe that Nick Ball is the weakest featherweight champion in the division, and that's why Inoue should fight him. I'll tell you it would be a good fight because I think it'd be an even fight damn near. Nick Ball versus Bruce Carrington.
Well, that would be a good fight.
That'd be a good fight because Bruce Carrington, he struggles with movers, right? So he needs somebody in front of there to look his best. Nick Ball ain't gonna move on him, right? Man. I think stylistically that could be a good fight. But top rank, and the powers that be, and Mr. Honda and Ohashi and all the people that are pulling the strings, they're not doing that fight. They're gonna go ahead and they're gonna look for Nick Ball to do the Inoue fight, which I could live without. I really could. Shout out to my main man, R.I.P. Machiavelli with the 3-pound super chat. Shout out to you, champ. Thank you for your contributions and thank you for watching. Listen, there's 48 of y'all here. I only got 26 likes, guys. Run it up, man. This is the immediate reaction, of the Saudi supercards.
1 day later, this is like right after. Yeah.
Turkey, listen, Turkey.
Yo, man,
he's giving us the fight. This is actually probably one of the best cards. Hey, make sure y'all clip this because y'all keep saying I don't say nothing positive. Make sure y'all screen record this. Make sure y'all go onto the YouTube page. Make sure y'all clip it. I'm gonna say something positive. That was a very great card today.
I actually did enjoy the card myself. I ain't gonna lie. The only thing I don't like about it just didn't feel right. It just felt like.
Why? Why didn't it feel right?
English card, I don't like it all the time, but I would much prefer it more. I think it would be more excited, more in the UK, more than. So I go there and I see it, and I'm like, I'm watching on TV, I'm enjoying it, whatever.
It's an atmosphere problem.
But it's just like, golly.
It's an atmosphere problem.
Yeah. And then to top it all off, they love American. They put the music of American in the entry to the ring. They love America.
But they wouldn't come to America.
No, but they won't come. It takes away. I think the announcers. No disrespect to the UK announcers, but they just put me to sleep. They got
Darren Barker and all them. No, so Pops. Let's pull the chat. To everyone watching us, what do y'all think of the atmosphere in Saudi Arabia? Do you like it? Do you care? Do you not give a fuck at all? Do you think people are just whining? And did you enjoy the commentary from DAZN? Do you guys like Darren Barker? Do you like Adam Smith? Do you like Adam Smith saying "a touch of class from the Brits"?
And then just get one. They were just one-sided, and I get that's all over boxing with the commentators. But come on, man. Anyways.
So, Nick Ball loses to all featherweight champions right now. That's what you're saying, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean Nick Ball. I mean, he's fighting. First of all, if he's fighting lesser fighters that are coming up to fight him, they're already at a disadvantage. Come on, man. Are you really? And I know everybody does it, so I'm not mad about it. I'm just saying, like. And this fight with Goodman, I didn't see Nick Ball as being that brawler he usually is. He came forward, he threw a lot of punches, and did this, but he's usually more aggressive when he goes.
The chat is agreeing with you unanimously. Mm-hmm. They're saying, yo, these commentators on DAZN, they suck. They're not good. They say you ain't lying. Pops. Tell them how you really feel about the DAZN commentators, man.
I'm just gonna say it like this: they fucking suck. They ain't worth shit. the same way they're putting. I get it. The money's over there, so the box is gonna go where the money's at. But there's not. You don't feel that energy. I don't know how to say it.
They need to hire you.
Yeah, yo, they hire me. Forget it. Everybody will love me. Then they might shoot me in Saudi Arabia.
They shoot you for being too honest.
They put me up in front of everybody. But it's just the energy's different. I would leave it at that.
Okay. Some people are saying that they like the British commentary more than the American commentary team of Sergio Mora and Todd Grisham. They're all bad. I'm not trying to be like none of the zone commentary teams, British or American, are really that great. To be honest, that's just the truth. So there's that. So Nick Paul and Sam giving a good fight. I thought the wrong guy got the nod, but what I didn't like were the scorecards.
What do you think? Yeah, they were
118, 110. Wow. Nah, man, it was. I'd be okay if you, even if you had Nick Paul winning 116, 112. I would have accepted it. But that you're doing too much. That's outrageous. So it is what it is.
So who do you think Nick Paul's gonna fight next? Now that he won this fight,
Inoue. That's it.
Are you serious?
That's it.
Is that because they want to win another belt or something? Or
all these fights against 122 pounders are so they can preserve Nick Paul because supposedly what's being reported in the Japanese media is that Inoue will have a fight in December if he beats John and he doesn't get beat the fuck up and he doesn't take too much punishment. They want to do the Nick Paul fight in December. So you make that what you will. I'm not really too excited about that, but that's the plans.
Wow. So they're not gonna. So what happened about protection on having the only English champion?
And that's another part of it too. It's like, look, right now he's the only British world champion. So if they're gonna get rid of that British, if they're not gonna have no more world champions in boxing that are British, you gotta make it worth fish eyes as wild. And the only way that they'll do that is by fighting a mega star like Inoue. There's that. But so that's our thoughts on Nick Paul. I want to give some brief thoughts on Hayato Tsutsumi and his fight with Kwayaz Ashafak. I probably butchered his name, but nonetheless, I'm very big on Hayato Tsutsumi. He's one of the top 130 pounders out there. I've been covering his career on YouTube for about 2 years now. I think since he was about like 2-0 or 1-0. And I've always thought highly of him. I've always felt like, if we're talking about Japanese fighters above the featherweight limit, he's the best one.
And you said it's two brothers or something.
He's the older, he's the older of the two brothers. You got Hayato and you got Reito. Now Reito, he's getting a lot of hype because he turned pro with Turkey.
Okay.
So Turkey's been pushing him a lot on the social media platforms. Ring Magazine has been pushing him on a lot of social media platforms. So much so to the point where people that I know that watch boxing, who don't care about Japanese boxing, the main Japanese fight they ask me about is Reito because of the promotion he's been getting. But I always tell him, I said, look, he's good, but for my money, the better fighter of the two is the older brother, Hayato. I love Hayato Tsutsumi. I think he might be one of the most skilled fighters. Forget Japan, he's one of the most skilled fighters in the world, point blank, period.
Wow.
Guy has great measuring of distance, right? That most Japanese fighters have. But what he's gotten a lot better at is he's gotten better at being an offensive fighter, being a front foot dominant fighter, attacking the body, and he's very good at cutting the ring off. And he just the best way I can describe him is just sharp. He's diversely sharp. So I look, if you look at the title picture right now of where he's ranked at, I believe he's like number 3 in the WBA at 130. So it's fully expected that Hayato is gonna fight for a world title probably in his next fight because he's the number 3 contender. Ranked above him at 2 is Zoltan Zarabak from Kazakhstan, and then you got Elner Samadov. But I personally believe that Jazza Dickens is gonna get elevated to the championship spot because Lamont Roach is gonna go to 135 permanently. Jazza Dickens, who just knocked out Albert Batir Gaziev, is going to be elevated to become full champion. And then I think Hayato winds up fighting Jazza Dickens. And he's going to beat the piss out of Jazza Dickens. He's going to beat him quite comfortably. And he'll be champion probably in his next fight. If they get him a world title fight with Jazza Dickens next, he's winning a world title in his next fight.
That's the other brother.
Hayato, no, this is the one I'm talking about, the one on fought today.
The one that kicked this guy's butt
today,
knocked 3 times?
Yeah, he's 3. He's number 3.
Okay.
Now the Jazza Dickens fight doesn't really interest me. I'll tell you guys what intrigues me. Now I know, and we'll talk about Raymond Ford in a second, but I know a lot of people are talking about Raymond Ford against Kakachi. Kakachi's over there on Twitter shooting his mouth off. I know Eddie Hearn in Matchroom and he myself have talked about Raymond Ford against Eduardo Sugar Nunez. But if I could make a fight, I'd make Raymond Ford versus Hayato Tsutsumi, because I don't know if Raymond Ford would beat Hayato Tsutsumi. And truth be told, you know, and I was telling my dad this. I was like, look, Raymond Ford needs to be in a fight where I start talking crazy about him, because ever since the Komatov fight, he's been winning and he's been doing his thing, but he hasn't fought. The performances have not been at that level. And I really believe, in my heart of hearts, that one of the reasons why Ford did so well against Komatov is because I was on here talking about that fight over and over and over again. So much so to the point where Raymond Ford was posting about me on Instagram, tweeting me on Twitter. He was pissed. So he used what I was saying about Komatov and he channeled it into what got named the 2024 Fight of the Year. Yeah. So if he fight Hayato, it's gonna be one of them kind of fights. I'm gonna be on here again talking crazy, and I'm gonna pick Hayato to beat Ford, because I think Hayato is a better boxer than Ford.
We see today. He takes a lot of rounds. He goes in here, attacks him. Sometimes he takes rounds off, and you can't do that. As the opponent gets better, they're gonna become at you, and they will tell new asshole in you real quick if you sit there and come in there boxing. And what was the thing you brought me to? See that he's more of a brawler than he's a boxer, but you got confused with him. And he's in there, he's throwing his shots, getting his points, but then he backs off. You can't do that.
No.
You're a champion, you got to go in there and continue doing what you do.
Facts. Shout out to my man Go. He says, BT, every coach I know has been hyping up Reito for 4 years, but I don't see it. He is too hittable and doesn't have the size or range. Doesn't really have the elite pop either. I don't think he's that good. Well, my thing of Reito is I think he's got good timing. He's a good counter puncher, but he's got a lot of amateur habits. He has more amateur habits coming into the pros than Hayato did. So I think his transition to the pros is going to be a lot tougher and a lot more steep. But truth be told, I mean, he's good. There's other Japanese prospects I'd class ahead of him. Like, you asked me about Japanese prospects, I would say Yuta Sakai from Ohashi Boxing Gym, him. Aoi Yokoyama. You know, I think Yokoyama is going to be really, really good. I would class those guys ahead of Hayato over Reito. But Reito's good. Like, if Reito ever gets to a place where he's punching through the target and really, like, you know, if he can adapt this style to the pros, then, you know, the world is oyster. But it's going to be a big, it's going to be a big adjustment for him, in my opinion. But nonetheless, Ghost also says, BT, you're wrong to a level. I think Raymond won't do good as he moves up and fights guys besides. He doesn't have the athletic ability, power, or much else, and gas is on top of that. Well, I think like he punches a little harder here at 130. My thing with Ford is that he fights at the same speed. So when these guys get hit by him, you know, they get used to seeing the speed and it doesn't overwhelm them. I mean, he's not a one punch guy, you know. So yeah, Raymond Ford is good. Like, he's a good fighter. I don't think he's a special fighter like some people say he is, but he's very, very good. And it looks like he's not gonna have a great fight again until I come on here and start talking crazy again, because ever since Komatov, you know, which, you know, a lot of people have their opinions on that fight. Some people feel like that fight got stopped prematurely. I don't ever discredit that fight from him, because I did so much talking, so I give him his full credit for that fight. But he really hasn't had a performance since that fight, and I guess we'll segue to Raymond Ford, right? Because Ford, he fought Abraham Nova. Now, this is a fight where initially Ford was supposed to fight Anthony Kakachi, who a lot of people were picking to beat Raymond Ford because Kakachi's tall, he's long, he's rangy, and he has a great gas tank. He has a really good gas tank. Ford sometimes shows that he doesn't have a great gas tank, right? But I can't really say that, because when he fought Komatov, he was strong down the stretch. So, that being said, that fight can still happen. Kakachi went on Twitter after the fight and was like, oh, you know, Ford's not special. He's like all these other Americans who have no gas. Wow. Beat him, this, that, and the third. So,
is he that good, Kakachi?
He's an overachiever. He's an overachiever. You know, he beat some British dudes. You know, he beat Lee Wood. Who else did he beat? Did he beat Josh Warrington? I'm pretty sure he beat Josh Warrington.
But can he beat
He could beat Ford. He could beat Ford. Yeah. I wouldn't pick him. I wouldn't pick him.
Yeah.
But one thing about Kakachi, though, Kakachi's ducked some fights. Oh my God, he ducked Sugar Nunez. Some people think he ducked Ford by pulling out this fight. Well, we don't know. But my thing is, look, if you actually were injured, cool, then, you know, get Eddie Hearn to stick you back in straight away. But listen, as far as the fight that we had today, we have Abraham Nova stepping in on short notice. You know, I know you're a fan of Nova. Pops actually interviewed.
I like both of them, actually.
My dad interviewed Nova back in 2022 during our trip to New York. Nova's a nice guy, and Nova's been one of these guys that over the years, he stepped up to the plate and always tested himself. I thought Nova got screwed last summer when he fought Andres Cortez. I thought he beat Andres Cortez, and they screwed him royally. But this is a chance for him to right his career. And I was frustrated with Nova because I thought when he got into an exchange, the handful of times where him and Ford actually exchanged at the same time, he was the harder puncher. It's just that Ford is sharper. Ford was throwing more, and Nova was just waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting.
I just say, like I said before, I say, I don't know what the definition means of short time or when he took the fight. Did they call him yesterday? Did they call him 3 hours? Whatever the case may be. I think a lot of it has, in my opinion, and I'll give the benefit of the doubt to Nova, is that he didn't probably get a full camp going into this fight against the champion Ford and across him. But that being said, he's been in enough experienced fights to know that, hey, to beat this guy, I gotta throw more punches to go in there. And a lot of times he was on that high guard, just sitting there. Like he'll throw a couple jabs and he would just sit there the whole time. And then when he did attack, he looked good, but he didn't continue doing it.
So, it is what it is. Raymond Ford wins another fight very comfortably at 130, which is good. But he's not like he's winning, and I think this division, in my opinion, everybody talks about 130 like it's this crazy deep weight class. I think that people actually overrate 130 a little bit. Right. Ford needs to be in a fight against a Nunez or like a Hayato Tsutsumi, someone where. He needs to be in a fight against an opponent where people are going to say that he's going to lose because for some reason he's one of these dudes.
Well,
I can already see it in my head. I can already see like if he's in the gym sparring, he could be bullshitting in the ring, and his coach got to talk crazy to him for him to start really being his best.
Say, though,
he feeds off negativity.
A lot of fighters get up to whoever the opponent they're going to fight, so maybe Ford is that type of fighter that gets up to those big fights.
Most fighters
are. If he gets let's say Sugar Nunez, it's going to be really.
Up for it because people are gonna say
and he's gonna
get knocked out,
this and that. So he's gonna be up for those fights, and that's just the way it is. You know what I mean? This fight right here was I honestly thought, and I always believe. Remember, my son always tell forget about that experience bullshit. That Noah was gonna out. He was taller. He should use his height more.
He doesn't box. He's not a boxer. That's not his style.
Yeah, he just comes forward. That's what we gotta do, and Ford got the best of him when he had to, and continued to win.
So yeah, we'll see what happens. But let me see what else. Do we run through everyone? We got Hayato, went through Ford, went through. We talked about Hrgovic.
Yeah, we
talked about the main event. That's pretty much the whole card. We got through it in less than 45 minutes. Woo! So I mean, I'm gonna be here for probably another 40 minutes or so. Yeah. I don't know if you want to stay pop for the rest of the line, but we got some questions. Let's go to some questions now. Sure. My boy Go says Kakashi just wants the payday. He was promised, and he publicly said he can't make 130 safely. He wanted to move up because of that. Now he wants Ford. Plus, I know he has back issues from an old injury. So look, my man Ghost is calling Kakashi out. He said, Kakashi, wow. you can start here chasing clout. You don't want no smoke for real.
You're running your mouth.
Noah wasn't even in shape like that. He took it on short notice and was slowing down. He didn't have to do anything other than wait.
That's what I say. He came for a paycheck, and that's okay. He took advantage of that. I would have done the same thing.
My man Kyoto says, so will we agree that Goodman is better than the guys Espinosa has been fighting in his weight class, regardless, since he filled out at featherweight? Let me see. I mean, he fought Vasquez? He fought Edward Vasquez, which, I think Goodman is a better opponent than Edward Vasquez. Goodman brings more to the table than Edward Vasquez. Let me see. Robesi? He's not better than Robesi. No. I don't know, man. Goodman is very good. I'm a little higher on Sam Goodman than most people, but excluding Robesi Ramirez, he's better than Sergio Trino Sanchez, and he's better than Edward Vasquez. So yeah, I think it's fair to say, if you remove Robesi from the equation, that actually, if you remove the version of Robesi in the rematch, because he got hit with the first punch and quit. He flat out quit in that rematch. So apart from Robesi in the first fight when he won the title, yeah, I would say Sam Goodman is better than everyone Espinosa has fought at featherweight so far. What do you think?
Damn, that's putting Goodman way up there.
Did you watch him fight? That's a hard guy to deal with.
No, he did look good. His movement and everything. He did. So yeah, I give him some credit for that. For what you're saying, I could give him that because I mean, Ball had a difficult time getting in there, and the fight could have gone. Honestly, besides the retarded fucking judges, the fight could have gone either way. To tell you the truth, because it was that close. There was not one instant where one guy separated each other.
Nobody really fully imposed themselves on the fight. So
and it had to do with what you said from the beginning of the fight, the style of the foot speed from
Goodman
and his movement,
his feints,
yep.
that left hook to the body that he kept throwing over and over again.
And then we see a lot of boxes where the judges just see the passive aggressive. They don't see the actual punches landing. They just see punches being thrown, and they think all the punches are landing.
That's what I'm saying.
But in reality, they're not. So and that favored more Goodman,
or
yeah, Ball got the edge on that. When he threw combinations in slow mo, they had a couple times when he landed, but it wasn't like when they show one thing. Brandon was telling me, watch this, and they showed it. The Ball threw 3 punches and he landed 1. The other one just.
Yeah, I'm seeing it in real time.
So yeah, it is what it is.
TSM says, I heard Hayato Tsutsumi wants to fight Sugar Nunez. I'm not sure. What? That'd be a good fight. Hayato Tsutsumi versus Sugar Nunez. Hayato hasn't really been in there with a puncher like that. He's been in there with some guys, some decent fighters that could punch a little bit, but that's one of the best fights you can make at 130. Listen, you could mix and match these 4 fighters, and I'm okay with it. You could do Hayato versus Ford. You can do Ford versus Nunez. You can do Zoltan Zauerbach versus Hayato Tsutsumi.
Wow.
You could do there's a bunch of fighters you could mix and match at 130.
You don't be mad about it.
I won't even be mad about it. I personally feel like Eddie Hearn will avoid a Sugar Nunez versus Raymond Ford fight and have Ford go the WBA route. I don't know about that one because for some reason, and this is my opinion, I don't think Eddie Hearn really cares about Sugar Nunez. The only time he mentioned Sugar Nunez is when he's talking about Sugar Nunez doing a fight with Raymond Ford. So I think they will do that fight if they allowed Ford to fight Komatov on a top rank card. They'll let Ford fight Sugar Nunez on a matchroom card.
Of course.
So, yeah. R.I.P. again. R.I.P. Machiavelli. He says with a £2 super chat. Thank you, champ. Appreciate the support. He didn't say anything, but appreciate you, champ. Ghost says Angelo Leo versus Ford. If Ford wins a belt, would be the ultimate BT versus Ford story. Oh no! Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now.
Yeah.
Because Ford thought I was talking crazy when he fought Oda Beck. Yo, let him fight Angelo. You're gonna really see what talking crazy looks like.
Yeah.
You know, and this time he ain't gonna come out the other side winning.
Yeah, before I'm telling you right now, those angles that Angelo, I don't think Ford can handle those movement like that. But we have to see.
We have to see. We shall see in the future. We'll see what the future holds. You never know. You never know what's around the corner in boxing. Let me see.
You were telling me that there's a fighter that comes out of Ford's gym. Nobody hears about this real good.
Well, people have heard about him. He's just a prospect.
But nobody thinks
yeah, I like that kid Emmanuel Chance. The kid Emmanuel Chance. He's like 2-0. 2-0.
Okay.
He fights like all them guys from that gym. They're all southpaws. They all kind of fight similar, but the difference with Emmanuel Chance is he can actually he has pure boxing skills, but he got skills in the pocket. Like with Shakur, Shakur is learning. Like he had to learn how to fight in the pocket.
Right.
Ford naturally fights in the pocket, but people think he's a boxer, but he's more of a naturally guy that fights in the pocket. This guy has a little bit of both, but it's not something that you gotta really teach him.
It comes naturally.
It comes naturally.
Wow.
So, I like him. Chance is cool. All Day is the one. All Day. What do you mean All Day? All Day. What's his name? I've heard that kid's name, but I forgot his name. He's part of that stable. I want Angelo versus Ball. That is the best fight to make at 126. It's a good fight. I mean, I'm not really worried about none of these dudes with belts. But I want to see it. I mean,
to see champions against champions.
Champions against champions.
I mean, you want to unify. You got to do. Go ahead and take fight somebody.
I want Espinoza. I want Espinoza because everyone talking about Espinoza like he's in the Hall of Fame already. And I like Espinoza, but I want the Espinoza fight. I want that. I need that fight.
Yeah.
I need that. I think about it every day. I think about I think about Angelo versus Espinoza every day. I think about Inoue.
It's up
I
to
think
the
about
manager.
Ball.
Does he have the same manager that Angelo Leo fought he knocked the fucking Mexican guy out?
Venado?
Yeah.
Is that Ferco?
Is he the same manager?
No,
there?
it's different.
Oh,
It's different
okay.
people. No. He's got I don't know who his manager is. I know who his promoter is.
Yeah.
Fernando Beltran of Zanford Promotions.
Yeah. Something about yeah.
They milk everything over there.
Yeah.
He says the Cuban kid 6-0, 6KO. Sadly, he has a shoulder issue he needs to fix first. But if he can do that, I got him over everyone. I don't know a whole lot about him, so you put me on game. But I've seen his name because sometimes I don't even be watching some of these guys fight. But you know, you go on Twitter, you go up the rankings, you hear enough, you see enough articles, you'll see these guys' names before you see them fight. So I'll keep that in mind. What's going on with Espinoza moving up? People saying he's moving up. I can't find that Boxing Voice interview. Everyone's been telling me he's moving up. I might gotta hit up his manager. I gotta hit up his manager. You know what I'm gonna start doing, guys? I'm gonna start doing this because a lot of times when these big stories be going on, I be knowing people, right? So I don't like bothering people, right? I don't like butting in people's business. But like for example, my dad would tell you, I saw Eddie Hearn running around saying that all these guys ducked Jerron Ennis, and apparently he was saying that he did make an offer to Jesus Ramos, and he made an offer to Sergey Boychuk, and he made an offer to Brian Mendoza, and he said they all turned boots down. So I was like, wait a second.
Holy shit!
I said, wait a second. I said, I know Brian Mendoza.
Yeah.
I mean, we talk on Instagram every now and then. So let me go message Mendoza. So I messaged Brian. I said, hey Brian, you know, Eddie Hearn is running around saying that you know you turned on the fight. No, is that true? And were you offered the boots fight? And pretty much to summarize what Brian Mendoza told me, he said, look, we did get offered the fight, but it wasn't for the $500,000 that they've been offering everyone else. When he came to me with the offer, it was lower than that. It was lower than that, and we were negotiating, but they didn't offer me what they're offering other guys. And that was that. So, you know, y'all can make it that what you will. Apparently they were offering other guys $500,000, but they weren't trying to offer that to Brian Mendoza, which, you know, it's understandable. Brian Mendoza's not the biggest name, but I personally think one of the reasons why they're not going to make Brian Mendoza the same offer is because out of all the guys that he named, out of Boachuk and out of Kelly and them guys, that's the one that can punch the hardest. So of course,
knock right out, yeah.
Of course. BT, asking about him in South Florida. There isn't a gym he hasn't beaten up everyone in, even light heavyweights. He sparred. All right, I'll ask about him. I don't know why they would move Espinoza up now. Isn't Navarrete locked in? It made more sense before who would he fight at 130, but I see Espinoza pulling a boots in this. Well, listen, man. Listen, you guys, a lot of people like to accuse me of being biased for Angelo, and you know what? Fair enough. If there's actually one fighter, I'll allow you to do that for, it's him. But, I mean, I'm a stating facts, right? Now, Stephen Foreman's got the featherweight, and what is he doing? He's moving up, right?
Yeah.
Espinoza is the big bad killer, and supposedly he's moving up.
Yeah.
But you know who's not moving up? We're right here. We have featherweight. So these guys all these guys you keep saying will beat up on Angelo, or in Fulton's case beat him again. You know they don't really want to roll the dice at featherweight. They want to go to 130 because they can't make the weight no more, whatever the case may be. So you know it is what it is. Shout out to my man DD Community. He says Hrgovic was over his speed by AJ Fury, Trilogy, Dubois, and even Joe. How much longer? Why would he not fight Usyk in Usyk's last fight? Hrgovic can dismantle Itauma and Daniel later. You know, look, I feel like Usyk doesn't really have anything left to prove. To be honest with you, like if I'm just being objective, because you know I like Hrgovic, so and you know I know him outside of boxing. Like I would consider him my friend. Filip Hrgovic is someone that, you know, I don't feel like... Now, if Usyk fights him, I feel like it's just a bonus. It's the cherry on top of the cake.
Yeah, right.
But, like, Usyk already proved himself. Like, people like to say that about certain fighters. Like, oh, well, he proved himself. No. The only fighter in boxing that I'm going to say that for, that really clean out divisions and proved himself and I'll give a pass for, is Alexander Usyk. You know?
Clearly.
You know? Listen, he says, I know, bro, but it ain't fair. Well, look, nobody told Hrgovic to lose to Daniel Dubois. Life ain't fair sometimes. Sometimes it ain't meant to be. So, listen, if he fights Usyk, I'll be happy for him. I'll be in his corner. Any way I can help him, you know, as far as, like, if he needs help with camp, I'll help him. But, like, I'm not like, going to hold it against Usyk if he doesn't fight Filip Hrgovic. Hrgovic had his chance to put himself in position, and he didn't do what he had to do. So that's why he didn't get the opportunity. That's that. Moses has taken zero punishment in his entire career. That's what I'm saying. That's why I got to reserve judgment. I think he's very good. I think, really, if you want to call him a prospect, he's the best prospect in boxing. By far, right now. Because he every time he fights, it's belt to ass on everyone. And it's not going rounds. Like, he's not playing with his food. He's not doing the Ben Whitaker and show. No. It's one round and you're out. Chuck you in the bin.
He looks like I'm glad to see.
So we'll see, man. We got my man, let me see. Sebastian says, BT, I'm amazed that Virgil Ortiz hasn't been world champ yet at his age. Primary cause Golden Boy. On the other hand, Xander sticked with the WB route, and Top Rank allowed him to fight for a belt. Well, the reason why Xander is further ahead than Virgil is because Xander has the best manager in the entire sport of boxing, and that is a guy by the name of Peter Khan. Shout out to Peter Khan. You know, Pops, you haven't been here. I've been talking about this whole Virgil Xander thing.
Yeah.
Now that I got you here,
Yeah.
because I know you're going to have a lot to say, what's your opinion on this whole Virgil Xander thing? Do you think Xander, because Golden Boy supposedly made Xander an offer, and 50-50 split, Las Vegas, California. Xander was like, that's not a real offer. He said yes. He said yes, but fight me in Puerto Rico. Do you think Xander's ducking? Do you think these guys are being divas? What's your take on it?
I don't think so. I think, honestly, I think Xander's one of those guys that's down to earth, from what the impression I get from him. And Javier, his coach, his trainer, and everything. No, he's not. He's basically telling you, I'm not going to answer to you, but you're demanding. I'm the one with the fucking belt. So, I don't care how talented you are, how great you are without end welterweight, and now you're at 154. The fucking bottom line is, you fucking don't have a belt around your fucking waist.
Yeah.
So you don't tell me or dictate to me what I have to do for you. You're gonna do what I tell you to do until you take this around my waist.
That's it.
That's it. I don't care how great he is. It's facts.
Because everybody says Virgil would mop Xander right now. What do you
Say
think?
what you want to say. Say what you want to say. But who has Virgil mopped to get any belt around his waist? That's the question of the day.
They'll say
I don't want to hear, this and that.
But he did have a belt when he fought him.
It doesn't matter. Bottom line is, he doesn't have one now. You can't dictate to go to a dance if you ain't the motherfucker doing the dance who you have to be dancing with. Okay? Zayas waited a long time for this belt. He got the belt. Okay? I'm not saying because he's Puerto Rican, it's because his ass kicked, or he gets his ass kicked. But he's saying is, okay, I got the belt. I'm the one that got it. I don't have to dictate to you. I don't care how good you are or what will you be. Don't mean shit. You're not a champion. You haven't been a champion. I don't care how talented you are. That don't mean shit. You're still not a champion.
That's what I'm saying.
So that's what it comes down to. So I'm not saying that Virgil's not is better than Zayas. He's got a beautiful right left jab and all this other stuff, and it'd be a great fight. But I'm also not gonna take the light away from somebody that did it.
You're gonna respect. You're gonna respect Xander's position as a champion.
Yeah, because he did it the right way. Now you want to cry when he didn't have a belt fucking before. Did you call him before, Virgil?
Well, he did. Well, remember he did. They offered him the fight when Xander wasn't champion back in December.
Okay.
Before Virgil fought Madrimov, Xander said yes, but then Virgil decided to fight Madrimov, and then Xander got on Twitter and said, "Yo, you're ducking me."
Yeah.
And then Virgil told Xander, "I got bigger fish to fry. I'm fighting a guy with more money."
Okay. Okay. So you chose the big fish, but now the bigger fish is fucking Zayas. No.
So the tables have turned.
Yeah.
The tables have turned. You were just saying 8 months ago.
I'm so sick and tired of these fighters like putting all kinds of stipulations on other fighters. Shut the fuck up. Sign a contract when opportunity comes up. Fight the motherfucker. Then you won't have to worry about this.
You know, so.
So I'm with Zayas in this.
I'm with Zayas too, and
Virgil's gonna have to prove himself. That's all. 154. Whatever. I mean, I know he didn't get the fight with. We won't even get into boots. That's a whole fucking another can of worms.
Somebody asked in the comments, "What do you think about the new rivalry in boxing between Philadelphia and Angola? It's getting really heated."
This place is getting crazy, man. I'm just telling you right now. It's getting fucking sick.
I don't know if you saw when I was live the other day. I looked at the top dishes and foods from Angola. It was like we have to the week of that fight. We have to go live. We have to cook some Angolan dishes to celebrate the spirit of Jerron Ennis's first fight at 154.
Fuck that. You know, honestly, man, this is one guy that's really struck my nerve, and it's because I expected a lot. I expected from him, and I don't see it. All this fucking rah, ooh, and all this fucking blown up shit up his ass, his head like a fucking parachute. So he's the greatest guy from Philadelphia, and all this bullshit. I don't want to fucking hear it. I'm tired of Philadelphia. I'm tired of the gym talking shit. I love some of the guys there. I love Greg Hackett. I love the fucking trainer over there. I love Boise Yates, but I don't like the fact that everything he does is supposed to do this. Especially to me, I was excited because he said he's gonna stay out of weak ass Division 147 unified. Then he fucking sang the song and didn't want to unify. Then he had a verbal agreement with Norman. Then all of a sudden he jumped ship and did something else. You know what? Fuck Boots until I see him in the ring with real fighters. Until then, his legacy is gonna be like I said. Time will tell what fucking legacy is. It's either gonna be chopped like shit for Philadelphia, or it's gonna be a legacy that people are gonna respect.
Do you think that? And I don't want to spend too much time talking about Boots, but do you think him going to Eddie Hearn was bad for his career? Or do you think it's all like who do you put more?
I blame both. Because when the time came when Eddie Hearn did have, I think, off of it, I don't know, with Virgil or somebody.
He was negotiating the Teofimo Lopez fight.
Fucking Virgil pulled out. I mean, Boots pulled out, said he didn't want it. He didn't want Hearn to negotiate that thing, okay?
Because he wanted Stanionis to unify.
He didn't want Stanionis. Then he got Stanionis. Now he's got this. Now he got this. Now he's saying, listen, when you're a champion and you believe in your skills, I don't care where the fuck you come from. You're going to go into that division and you're going to fight your ass off. You already know you're talented on your skills. Don't give me this bullshit that you have to go spar, that you have to get a tune-up and all this shit. When you get into a real fight in the streets, you say to somebody, hey, buddy, come give me a tune-up, beat the fuck out of me, so when I fight this guy across on the corner, I'm going to beat his ass. No, you're going to go there and do it because you believe in your skills no matter how big or how small you are. Boots, to me, has been riding the train too much, making bad decisions with management and everything else, has lost a lot of money, and he still loses the fucking money, but everyone want to sit here and throw it. And the only way he's going to make money is in Philadelphia in the Spectrum, because that's all people that know him.
Correct. Pedro Caraballo says, people bitch at Norman for not taking the 1.7, but Stanionis wound up getting 2.3 million when he fought Boots.
Hey, listen, the bottom line is, I don't care what he got. Okay, I don't care what Norman got.
They're saying he turned down less money, and then they gave more money to another opponent for a smaller fight.
Okay, that's not my problem. My problem is you still shoot. My thing is even if you fight a fighter, right?
Yeah.
And you know your worth, right? And you say, let's say you wanted this fight, you want this much money, but you're not getting it. Fight the motherfucker because he's a champion anyways. So if Boots would have fought fucking Norman and would have beat Norman, you know what I would have done with him? He would have been a real champion with another fucking belt that he already got.
Been the guy. Then you would have been the guy.
Yeah,
for
but
sure.
he didn't want to do that. Then he wants to pull out and say some other shit. Then we gotta listen to all the fucking cheerleaders over there from the gym that you don't have to go nowhere, and they want to say all this about him and this and that. Now he said he's gonna fight some fucking guy that we don't know shit about from a crystal ball and a gumball machine that have all these fucking double balls that don't mean shit. And say, oh, we're gonna fight this guy, and I'm gonna show you what I'm all about. Get the fuck out of here! You better not fighting me.
Okay.
I just don't like the blabber back and forth about him. I don't. I've lost so much.
You sold your shares in the Boots and the stock.
Respect and everything because they're making Philadelphia look like shit. They fucking are. Don't ever mention me about the Anderson family.
I got you going. Do it. I just wanted to know. Okay, so to answer your question in short, Pops is not thrilled about Philly versus Angola, the new operating boxing.
No, I mean, fuck out of here.
Y'all asked and he delivered. Gold says, BT, do you have contact with Cody Crowley? I think he's a good fit for a live Boots fight week.
Man.
He can tell y'all about how long these business moves have been going for. He said it years ago. Might not be a bad idea. I know he retired. He was supposed to fight Boots, and then he retired. I think he had like a medical condition with his eye. Yeah, why not?
I want what he said if they would have fought Blair Player. That would have been funny.
Blair Cobbs?
Yeah.
He would have fought Boots.
Yeah, he would have scared. He would have turned nothing down.
But by the way, just last thing I'll say about Boots again, I'll repeat what I said earlier. I asked one of the fighters personally. I asked Brian Mendoza myself because I know Brian. I said, hey, did you turn down a fight, Boots? Like, did they offer you the fight? And he told me that they were negotiating the fight, but like I guess the number that's been actually being offered to a lot of these guys is $500,000, but they didn't offer that to him. They offered him something lower than that. So they didn't want no smoke with La Bala. Because when Brian hit his ass, no, I'm joking. No, but Brian, that's what Brian said. And look, you can't question if Brian Mendoza doesn't fight. Or look who he's fought in the past. He knocked out Fundora.
Bottom line is, at some point, Boots got to justify all this pile of shit that he got on him. Because it's one pile of shit up to another. Like, when are you going to really step up to that fucking plate?
He already did. He fought
Look at this motherfucker. He's been out of fighting for a while, and look who he's fighting. One time, look who he's fighting. Huh?
Fundora?
Supposed to be Fundora, right? But he just came out the war. He didn't care. He'll fight anybody. Even though he probably turned to fight with Virgil or whatever, but he's up there. What has Boots done? Not a fucking thing. Nothing. Nothing he can justify. Until I see that, I don't want to hear nothing about the Philly and Boots. Because he ain't the shit. He is shit right now, but he ain't the shit.
Somebody mentioned, I think it was Ghost. Ghost asked me about Filip Hrgovic versus Stephen Shaw. Listen, man.
That's old.
I mean, like Stephen Shaw. Stephen Shaw. I'm sure he came back. Did he even win any fights recently? I like Stephen Shaw. I think, and I know Stephen Shaw isn't like a lot of these guys that avoided Filip Hrgovic. I know when it was unpopular to fight him, he was from what I know there was an agreement in place. So he's won 3. He knocked out our boy Rafael Akabajori.
Put him on goal, yeah.
In 1 round on Pro Box. You know Rafael, the guy from the
UN, yeah.
Put him out in 1 round, but they fight cool. Shout out to Shaw. He hasn't really been in any fights where he's gotten any rounds since he lost to Joseph Goodall. Every fight he's had since then, he's knocked everybody out in a round. So.
But I mean, but it doesn't matter. Whatever. I mean, boxing.
I mean, is he ranked? I mean, if he gets ranked and the fight makes sense, shit, why not? But I mean, Shaw's not really in that like Turkey, Al Sheikh, Riyadh season sphere. And generally speaking, they're gonna make fights within that sphere. BT, my boy Shaw punched to Filip Hrgovic's sparring partner so bad you forgot he destroyed your boy. Yeah, but Rafael Akabajori is not that good. He's not that good. Like I like Rafael. He's our friend. Like we know him, but like he came from basketball. The dude, listen, I like Rafael. He's not that good. He's supposed to do that. Like, and I'm glad he did that. Good for him. Shout out to him. Ken Shiro, the amazing boy, exposed. He won that fight. They robbed him. If you go back and you watch the fight, which I have a couple times, he won. It's ridiculous. Like, I'm trying not to complain about. You see, I didn't bring it up, right? I'm sitting here. I'm not talking about Ken Shiro.
You talking about every other Japanese.
I'm talking about anything but Ken Shiro. They brought out Ken Shiro. He didn't lose that fight, but it is what it is. They probably feel like they used him up.
I was Japanese judging crap what they want. That's all. You figured he was too old and
Hayato's potential. Do you see it now, BT? I've always seen it. I've always been high on Hayato. Did you see Sandoval versus your fight was ordered? Yes, I saw it was ordered. Did you hear about that situation?
What happened?
So Galal, your younger your fight brother, he had a fight a couple months ago in Japan, or not in Japan, in Mexico, or in England against a Mexican. Yeah, he lost to Francisco Rodriguez Jr.
Remember that, but he cheated.
Rodriguez tested positive for steroids. So basically, they're gonna allow Galal your fight to fight Ricardo Sandoval for the belt because he was wrong.
Right.
Which it's cool. But and I guess you can say it's the right thing to do, but since when has the WBC ever cared about doing the right thing?
Yeah, that's true.
I'm not like I'm a little disappointed because I feel like I'm very confident if Ken Shiro fights Ricardo Sandoval in the rematch that Ricardo Sandoval is getting sent to the gulag for sure. Ken Shiro don't lose rematches.
Yeah,
he's only had 3 matches.
So they want to bypass.
They don't want to do the Ken Shiro.
They want to give.
They want to do Sandoval versus fight. Listen, the only fight that Sandoval should even be talking about, if it's not Ken Shiro, is Anthony Olaskuaga.
Yeah.
The unification fight in Southern California. That would have been something. The LA versus the Inland Empire. That would have been something. But
they didn't want to do that either.
Listen, this ain't a lie about Ken Shiro. We're not talking about him.
Yeah.
I personally think they did it because they don't want to give Ken Shiro a rematch. They don't. They definitely don't, because if you look at Ken Shiro's career, he's only had 3 matches, and do you know what happened in both those rematches? The first rematch against Gaigi and Lopez, he knocked him out in like 2 rounds.
Yeah.
The other rematch was against Masamichi Ibuki, who had previously stopped him. He came back in the rematch and knocked him out in 3 rounds. He knocked him out in 3 rounds.
Yeah.
So one thing about him is you may get one over on him, but he makes the adjustment and he gets you out of there. So.
Just unfortunate.
Sam should thank the clouds for Turkey giving him a chance because he said he is broke after the Inoue fall through. He did say that. He did an interview.
Wow.
Sam Goodman was saying that apparently, I don't know how or why.
Oh yeah, they were saying that.
He said he was broke.
They were saying that he couldn't buy food for the dogs.
Couldn't buy food for the dogs. Nothing. So
live commentary they said that today about him. Yeah.
That sucked. I don't wish that on no fighters. And now that he said that, I kind of feel bad for when I was like going off on him.
Yeah.
I was mad. I was in Japan. I wanted to see the fight. He kind of ruined my Christmas, but
That's crazy.
Good for him.
Couldn't even feed your dogs or nothing.
Good for him. I hope. I would like to see him fight. I would like to see Ball and him run it back. I know it's not gonna happen.
No.
But I would like to see it happen. Sam Goodman robbed Rais Salim, so it's karma. So he shouldn't feed his dogs because he got a decision over Rais Salim. That's cool. Don't be surprised if they make Raymond Ford versus Jazza Dickens. That's very possible because we all know Jazza Dickens is gonna get elevated, and yeah. Nah, BT, you have to keep a spade a spade. Ken Shiro had a unification, and Sandoval was a voluntary. Nah, no, not a mandatory. Hyro, Like Hyro, I don't want to curse you out. And for some reason, Hyro was typing in all caps. He says, Boots ain't no star because he fights in Philly in the zone. I bet you the PBC rollout does better. When are they going to do the rollout? We've been talking. We've been hearing about this PBC rollout for a couple years. Roll it out already.
They say they have everything signed, but they have no dates. That's crazy. With Netflix.
Ra'is Alif's got shelved, and he can't feed his dogs either, so it's fair game. Give us our O back and get paid. Okay. Well, each his own. Yeah. I'm not going to wish no fighter not feeding his dogs because he got a decision against him or for him.
You know how people go, you know.
Hyro came into the chat telling me while they're stopping Shaw, he's in troll mode. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, the only way to know is they got to go ahead and they got to run it.
Yeah.
You know, we see. What else we got here? Ball has got to see his mandatory. Mirko, ooh.
Is he good?
That's a good fight. Mirko Cuello from Argentina. He's a good fighter. I still think Mirko Cuello can beat Nick Ball, but I'm a little less confident in it because I'm not going to say what it is because, you know, you never know. Angelo had to fight him one day, but Miguel Leo, his dad, pointed this thing out to me about Mirko Cuello, and when he told this to me, I said, damn, he's right. It made a lot of sense.
Yeah. And
I can't unsee it. So, you know, he should beat Nick Ball, but he needs to correct something very, very big. If not, he's gonna get. If it's not Ball, someone else is gonna drill him. You see, what's good, Tyrone? Good to see you. He says hello to Pops BT. Hello to you. We got like 20 minutes left, guys. So go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. Super chat. We're just giving our reactions on this fine Saturday. I guess what, Saturday evening now? Was the 7th Saturday night now here on the East Coast. You know, what did you guys think? What was the standout moment today for you? Keep the damn dogs out of it. I agree. Munguia versus Edgar, who you got? Oh, man. I got neither of them, and I think we're all the losers. Nah, I'm joking. If they fight, I don't know, man. That's like two
ass.
Yeah, like what he said. Like, who do I pick? I'm gonna go with Munguia. He's busier. I'm gonna go with Munguia in that fight.
I want to see Rosado and Berlanga, which I don't think that was gonna happen.
Why want to see that fight?
That'd be a great fight. Just because of what Puerto Rico, Rosado, and I think Rosado would beat the fuck out of Berlanga.
You gave Rosado Berlanga?
Yep.
You guys heard that?
He's fought motherfucking guys. He fought the motherfucking monster.
But he's older. He got a lot of punishment.
What's that? Fought legends?
Yeah. I fought a legend.
And he'll say, you fought one legend, but I fought a lot of legends.
He did.
Yeah,
he fought Golovkin?
I like, man. Rosado's still good, bro. I mean, we don't know what's going to happen with Blanca got. We thought he had it with Shiraz, and what he get?
Pops, did BT tell you about the slick Dominican fighter that fought Omar Trinidad? Yeah, Lorenzo Parra. Now, you know Omar Trinidad? You know him? The featherweight contender? They call him the King of LA. They call him the King of LA. No. He's like the number 2 IBF contender. He might fight Angelo.
Oh, no
he might
shit.
become Angelo's mandatory.
Is he good?
So we watched him last night. He's all right. We watched him last night.
I almost like him.
We watched him last night against Lorenzo Parra, who was a 122 pounder who came up in weight.
Again. And
he really lost, but they gave him a draw. So if you're the A-side fighter and it's your promotion and they give you a draw, you know what that means.
Yeah.
Normally means you lost. Yeah. So, you know, he better not come anywhere within.
We'll have to see how.
But he was real slick. Lorenzo Parra was real slick. Rosado pieces up Berlanga, so you got people agreeing with you.
Yeah, man. I'm knocking the fuck out.
Gary Antoine Russell versus Richard Hitchens is almost done. If that happens, what are we picking? Ooh, that's a good fight. Supposedly they're gonna fight. So
yeah.
Hitchens versus Gary Antoine Russell.
I'm going with Russell. Russell got some power. I don't give a fuck about that jab.
I'm going with Hitchens by UD.
I just think Russell will knock
I got Hitchens.
Knock him out quick. Put him back to
I got Africa.
Send him back to Brooklyn. Where he's from, yeah.
Why Gary?
I just like Gary. I think he's got more power. He's got a lot more power than fucking in my opinion.
He's got more power, but
if he catches him, he's gonna get, you know.
I don't even think, to be honest, like he's got good power. I don't think his power is like that.
Then Hitchens have got that much power.
But Hitchens has enough. Hitchens has enough. He has enough power. He has enough power.
He's got good distance where Russell's gonna come in and be more aggressive. I can tell you. I'm right.
Richardson Hitchens 117, 111, UD.
I don't know what the score's gonna be.
Easy work.
I'm just telling you what's
easy work.
I think Russell will beat the fuck out of him. No. who's got to fight now? Who's the fight anyway?
Russell. That's why they're negotiating.
They negotiate that fucking with the boogeyman who the people don't want to fight, Matias.
BT, Gary isn't a puncher like that. He's more volume. Yeah, he's more of a volume puncher. He's a volume puncher. And the thing is, he don't even switch up his speed when he punches like that.
Who's this?
Gary. So listen. You know what's gonna happen, right? He could like the first 4 rounds. It'll be like 2-2, something like that. Maybe 2-2 or 3-1 Hitchens. And about round 5, you're gonna see like a big gap.
He's gonna win? I don't think so. I like Russell. Well, I do like Hitchens too, but I like Russell more.
I didn't ask who you like. I'm picking the winners.
I know you.
I didn't ask who you like. There's a lot of fighters I like that ain't getting shit done in boxing.
Nothing personal but business.
It ain't nothing personal, it's just business. There's a lot of fighters I like in boxing that ain't getting it done.
Big fight, but I like Russell. I do like Russell.
That's what I'm saying. Gary, but one thing about Gary that I do respect, he's the only fighter that I do know that's seen Super Matias in public and pulled up on him.
Yeah.
And looked for him. That's really honestly, that's really the fight they should do.
Yeah.
That fight right there.
That's what I'm saying.
That would be like a fight.
That'd be magic. I don't know why they don't do it.
Shout out to my man Joel. He's a fellow Boricua. He says BT's dad is the best. Puerto Ricans, we're here, but I'm here, but I was late. Yeah, good to see you, Joel.
Yeah,
good to see you,
bendiga. Bendición.
BT just doesn't like Gary because he beat his childhood fighters like Rantis and Victor Postol. He stopped them easy too.
Who's that? Harold?
Yeah.
Harold,
nah, Gary's good, bro. I just don't think he's as good as you think he is. And just like you thought with Munguia and Spence, you'll see. You'll see. I'm sorry, you're basing on Africa beating George. No, man. Africa's beat way better fighters than George. George Kambosos is like the 5th best, like the 4th or 5th best fighter that Richardson Hitchens is beat. Bro, I'm basing it off the fact that I think that Richardson Hitchens probably has the best jab in the entire sport. And when he fought Liam Paro, and Liam Paro was getting hit on the inside, I saw him make an adjustment, and his jab wasn't what beat Liam Paro. It was actually his right hand.
Right.
So I'm not trying to hear nothing nobody's talking about Hitchens. I think there are guys that could be Hitchens, but I just don't think Gary's gonna be one of them. Damn. I got Jermaine Ortiz as the best of 140. Nah, man, forget all that. Eric Lanzis Jr., the best of 140. Yo, Eric Lanzis Jr.
He fights, but he never really gets over the top.
Who?
Ortiz.
Jermaine Ortiz?
From Massachusetts.
Yeah, he's fighting soon. He was supposed to fight Steve. He was supposed to fight
like the guy,
Steve Claggett.
You know who he reminds me of? That we always talk about? The Miracle Man. Same exact way. Goes into fights, trains hard, does everything, but doesn't do what he's fucking supposed to do.
Hyro says you'll see like I was right about Philip and 7 Anthony Ochinga. One of those guys you named came back and became champion, so you were wrong. And the other guy you named, his career is not done yet, and he's probably gonna fight for a world title and win one in the next year and a half.
Yeah,
so just wait, just be patient. Let the story play out. Yeah. We already know Munguia ain't shit. Munguia got put out by a feather-fisted, cherry-picked Frenchman.
So that was crazy.
There is no bigger hype job than Jaime Munguia.
We call him most protected Mexican.
The most protected Mexican fighter ever.
They can't protect him no more. Done with that.
He got knocked out while being protected. They had the armor on, and he still got hurt. You know. Does Itauma beat Ajit Kabiyah? That's a good fight. Moses is a hard guy to quantify because everyone he's hit has just fallen down
quick.
But I would say right now, gun to my head, am I picking Moses to beat Kabiyah? I would say yes. I would say that one. I would definitely say yes. You can't show up to the barrio after getting knocked out by a Frenchman, and he got knocked out by him on Mexican soil. Let's also put that out there. If he would have went the distance, they would have just robbed Suarez even in a competitive fight. Yeah. Bruno Suarez made sure that they couldn't rob him. Yeah, he regained the title for like 2 months and then he got knocked out. You leave that out, but he regained the title. Munguia has never actually beaten anybody his own size for a world title. I told you Fundora would be champion. All right, I'm blocking you.
Who's that, Harold?
He's talking about Fundora. The minute I'm cool, Harold. When he starts talking about Fundora, I said,
"You can't have a life without you."
I'm tired of him. I'm tired of him and his bullshit. You know.
You know how you guys are.
Tired of him. He be on bullshit every time he come in the chat.
He made that Kool-Aid. You guys be going back and forth.
Munguia versus Macumbi, who wins? That's a good fight.
Oh yeah, it is. I like McCombie.
I think McCombie could do it. I think that'd be McCombie's breakout fight.
Yeah. Didn't he just fight recently? We watched him fight.
Yeah, he fought Pacheco. He lost.
Yeah. That's expected of Pacheco.
Hey, Munguia versus Malanga might be a good fight. It's the battle of the mid hype jobs. Yo, hey, listen, that's gotta be a loser goes home fight. The loser of that fight gotta hang it up for good.
That's fake.
I want Munguia versus Plant for the most overrated fighter award.
Wow.
Ooh.
You seen they both overrated?
Yeah. Harold said, I'm sorry, man. It gets lit when Pops is in the live.
Yeah. You make me laugh.
You talking crazy.
Make me laugh, bro. Yeah, but we're just talking right now.
We're just talking right now. We got 10 more minutes. I'm gonna wrap it up because I'm not making this a long live. Make sure I get your questions in, subscribe, super chat, all that good stuff. Smash the like button. You see Pop, he's yawning.
You already got it, so you already know.
You already know. He's ready for a Saturday evening nap. That's it. But we got like 10 minutes. Whatever you want to ask, you go ahead and ask it.
Man, I can't wait. I'm so excited for that. He probably might lose, but I gotta see my boy Puma, man.
Puma Martinez? I mean, he hasn't fought Bam yet.
I know, but you got me riding with Bam, right?
For that fight, yeah, but it'll be a tough fight. It'll be better than the Kofu fight. Kofu had like weird ass game plan.
Yeah. I want to see that whole card. That wasn't that the big card with the big stack card, all right? Yeah.
Hyro said, I'm sorry, Pop. Sometimes BT running his mouth. When you're there, I have to correct him.
Yeah. Because I'm not. Thank you, Hyro.
How'd you score Mayweather Maidana 1? That was a close fight.
That
was a close fight.
Yeah.
A lot of people thought that Mayweather lost that fight.
Yeah.
I thought he barely won by the hairs of his chinny chin. Donald Trump thought Maidana won.
Did he?
I remember he was tweeting about it. It was crazy.
President, boy, he did everything.
BT, how's Keith Thurman looking behind the scenes? He's in Florida, I think. What's the word? He still got it. I mean, he's always in the gym. I know a couple people in Tampa, and they be telling me like that. Like Keith Thurman, his problem isn't like talent or how he looks. It's always like, will he just make it through camp? You know?
Yeah. That's the way he usually gets hurt.
You know?
Yeah. Sure.
What I think about Nikado versus Nick Ball. I think that's one fight for sure. Well, there's not a lot of featherweights in the division that I would say would 100% for sure stop Nick Ball, but that's one of the fights where I think Nick Ball gets stopped. Because Nikita Nikado, one thing he do, he punched that target.
He ain't playing.
He punched right through that target.
Yeah.
Like, and Nick Ball's not going anywhere. Who do I got in Christian and Billy versus Lester Martinez? Right now, I'm leaning towards Lester Martinez, but that's a pick'em fight. That's one of the best fights in boxing for the rest of the year.
When they fight?
It's on the undercard of Colonel Crawford.
Okay.
Ask your pops, what do you think about Matias versus Mario Barrios for the WBC title? 147?
You already know.
These are the questions.
Those are key questions right there. Yeah. I know you ain't serious with that shit.
Well,
what
do you think?
Fuck Barrios. He's gonna get his ass whooped if they fought.
For those of you who don't know, Mario Barrios and my dad had the same birthday.
I mean, I'm happy for him. I mean, I'm happy he won his money and everything, but come on, man. I don't know how he got so lucky to get all that money.
He's just a lucky guy.
Fucking guy, man. He doesn't fight. He fights the Aztec warrior.
BT Yoshiki Takei would beat the brakes off the WB champion recess. It sounds good. It's too bad that the powers that be are too coward to go make a fight, say Tsutsumi. Bro, I'm telling you right now, y'all gonna talk Yoshiki Takei into the fucking beating of his life if he fights Seiya Tsutsumi. He can't beat Seiya Tsutsumi.
Is he that good?
Who? Takei or Tsutsumi?
Okay.
He's a big thing in Japan because he was a kickboxing star.
Okay, yeah.
And Ohashi, he trains with Inoue.
Okay, yeah.
And Ohashi and them are up his ass. And when I was staying in Yokohama, his poster was plastered everywhere. But that is a horrible fight.
Was that Haro?
No, it's somebody else.
Okay.
The reaction was good. I'm here laughing about Super Matias versus Mario Barrios.
Yeah.
So what round do you think Mario Barrios stopped Matias in?
Ain't gonna be no motherfucking fight. Ain't gonna be one. Shit. I like Barrios. He made his money.
My man, Sliding Counter, good to see you, champ. He says, Itauma's got very quick muscle twitch and puts punches together very well once he gets you hurt. That's what I'm saying. I think his punch mechanics are very, very good. They're very advanced for a fighter of his age. And
I mean, yeah, those are all good points, but we gotta see what real level fighters.
You saw one real level fighters. Dillian Whyte.
God bless him. He retired Social Security. No. I not with him and not with the other guy. You told me that. No.
What about?
No, I've seen.
What about Moses Itauma versus Jared Anderson?
No, I don't like Jared Anderson. So I'm definitely cool with that.
Like, Go says that he thinks Moses Itauma is gonna retire as the greatest British fighter of all time.
Yeah, I think he fight other the cans.
So
Yeah.
you think he'll be better than Lennox Lewis?
He ain't gonna even get that far.
Well, he's British.
He's good, but I'm saying I don't think he's gonna be top of the top. We don't know. The verdict is still out. Really, the verdict's still out. Yeah, you knock the motherfuckers out. But I don't think. I can't think highly of him. I give him his credit.
But okay. Just remove the opposition. You can't see the talent. Like it's pretty obvious. It's the most obvious thing in the world.
You don't. For some reason, you don't just like. Really
if you was American, would you talk differently? You know you would. You know you would.
No, I'm not with him.
If we had an American,
Yeah,
we be going nuts.
Yeah,
the whole energy of this live would be different.
Yeah, it'd be different, but since we don't, we have to be realistically. He's British heavyweight champion. He's got talent. He's got the knockout power. But honestly, has he really been tested? Don't tell me yes.
Okay. I think Moses is the goods. I think he's the goods.
I don't think he's on the goods yet.
TSM Harder wants to know from you, Dad, who are your top 5 favorite Japanese fighters?
Mine?
Yeah, your favorite. He wants to know your favorites.
I like definitely. I do like Inoue.
Inoue?
I like Inoue.
Of course.
I like the guy that came out from Very Excited.
Kickboxing?
Yeah.
Oh, Tension? Tension?
I just like him just because he's the way he is.
His personality?
Yeah, personality.
I know like Kenshiro.
Definitely like the White Shark. White Shark.
Why do you call Kenshiro the White Shark? My dad calls Kenshiro the White Shark. He has this jacket.
Very nice jacket. Fight cost no so long. And he right behind his back. And that's why I call him the White Shark. It reminds me.
It looks like a shark?
That's the way he, that's why I call him the White Shark. Yeah.
Okay.
I'd have to think about the other two, but I don't.
What about Jin Sasaki? You got him in there?
He's decent. I like
What about Seigo Yuri Ikui? You got Junto Nakatani.
I like the guy. You know the guy made me laugh. That he's crazy. I was banging his head on the.
Shibita Tsutsumi.
Wow.
My dad likes Shibita Tsutsumi.
How you like this? He's wild. He's wild.
The fighter, the guy was like a 154 pounder that we interviewed here.
Yeah.
Who has like 2. He's like 1-1. He fought in the heavyweight tournament out in Japan. But he's crazy. He's crazy as hell. So if you go
crazy like me,
get a chance to watch that interview, Shibita Tsutsumi said all kinds of off the wall shit.
I don't have no really like I said. No way right now. He's big, and I have to do more research.
My favorite is Kenshiro. BT, let me see. Where is it? He says, BT, I've seen Moses stop elites. He won't ever get stopped by Oliver McCall or Hasim Rahman ever. And Hyro says, Pops, you got to check out the third Valle, brother. That guy was long and could fight. Oh, yeah. So, you know Marcus Valle and Dominic Valle? Last night, me and Hyro were on FaceTime.
There's another one?
I didn't even know this. There's a third Valle, brother. He made his pro debut yesterday.
Is he good?
He's the best one. He's the best one.
Are you saying the same?
No. He could fight.
Okay.
He could fight.
Are you saying, okay, is this like the guy with the Vargas dynasty? Where Emilio's the
Yeah, he's like the Emiliano Vargas of the Valle brothers.
Are you serious?
Like, he's the youngest one and he's the best one.
What weight class he fights?
122. But he's long, a little long.
No crap. I got to go check that one out. I didn't know that.
He's like way better than the other, in my opinion.
In Pro Box?
On Pro Box, yeah. He did his debut yesterday.
Oh, wow.
We found it on accident. We were trying to find the Pro Box fights, and then I saw his name was Whyte, and he had them pointy ass ears that the Whyte brothers had.
Light skin.
And he had the same tape line and light skin. So you knew he was related right off the bat.
Yeah.
BT, what do you think about Diane Gonzalez versus Omar Trinidad? Listen, man. I feel bad talking bad about Omar Trinidad because Omar Trinidad is such a nice guy to me.
I like Omar.
Omar Trinidad?
Puerto Rican guy.
No, he's Mexican. He's Chicano.
Oh, I'm talking about Omar.
Rosario?
Yeah.
No, Omar Trinidad.
Yeah.
I think right now, probably damn near everyone in the top 15 could probably beat Omar Trinidad. Omar Trinidad is not that good, to be honest with you. Unfortunately, he's not. He's a nice guy, but he's not that good. Like, can box a little bit, but I think like he's got to where he's gotten to because Tom Loeffler and them have matched him really well.
Oh, okay.
But he can't beat none of the champions, and I'd probably favor the top 7 contenders to beat him.
Wow.
Like he needs a lot of work. But the thing is, he's 29 years old.
Exactly.
So you and you're ranked highly. So you in a position now where you gotta step to the plate. And you gotta fight. So
29 too.
I think Diane Gonzalez. I think Diane Gonzalez will beat the brakes off of him. BT, we will hype up Omar so one of our favorite prospects or champs gets a big win. Yeah, Omar Trinidad. I'll say he's undefeated.
There you go.
Tell Pop to put stock in Joshua Edwards if he wants a heavyweight. Yeah, the American heavyweight Olympian, Texas.
The one you interviewed that one time?
Yeah. Golden Boy Promotions.
I think you told me about him. Well, we'll have to wait and see.
We'll have to wait and see. But guys, look, on that note, we've reached the hour and a half mark.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to make this a long live. But we'll be live again tomorrow. I'm not sure what I'll talk about tomorrow. But
thank you all for being here.
that being said, like, thank you guys for being here.
Thank you for your support.
Appreciate all the support and, you know, all the growth of the channel. And yeah, stay tuned for the next live tomorrow night, 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Pacific. It's the same time, consistency, you know. So nonetheless, you guys take care. God bless. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from being it. So until next time, take care, guys.